In September, SpaceX sent a rocket ship off from Florida carrying private citizens, including a billionaire e-commerce executive and 3 other individuals, into the skies. It was a historical moment for SpaceX, as well as everyone involved in the project. People were excited for the space mission, and of course, they had a lot to say about the project. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. The quartet of amateur astronauts were led by Jared Isaacman, the chief executive of Shift4 Payments Incorporated, a financial services company. They lifted off just before sunset from the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral. The webcast showed Isaacman and his companions strapped into the pressurized cabin of the Crew Dragon capsule named Resilience and wearing the black and white flight suits with helmets. The Crew Dragon was outfitted with a special observation dome instead of the normal docking hatch. It reached orbit almost 10 minutes after the blastoff. This marked Elon Musk's new orbital tourism business. Isaacman has shelled out money for an undisclosed figure to Musk so that he and 3 of his crewmates can go into space. Time magazine has estimated the amount for all 4 seats at approximately $200 million. That's not a small amount. Everyone from former First Lady Michelle Obama to NASA astronauts and even Elon Musk's rival Jeff Bezos have been very outspoken about their joy and well wishes for the crew aboard the spaceflight. Michelle Obama tweeted, "It was an honor getting to speak with @Dr. Sion Proctor and the incredible #Inspiration4 crew. They're inspiring us all with their courage, curiosity, and passion. I'm thinking of all the young people who will be looking up to this crew and dreaming big thanks to them. Ad Astra." Senator Bill Nelson, who also serves as the administrator of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, tweeted, "Congratulations, #Inspiration4. Low Earth orbit is now more accessible for more people to experience the wonders of space. We look forward to the future, one where @NASA is one of the many customers in the commercial space market. Onward and upward." Richard Branson, one of the main players in the space race, who has also recently launched his own space flight with Virgin Atlantic last July, had this to say about SpaceX's launch. "Congratulations to @Elon Musk and the @SpaceX @Inspiration4X crew on reaching orbit. Another great moment for space exploration, #Inspiration4. Astronaut Caddy Coleman had this to say, "I'd say through the eyes of John Cross, thanks for sharing, John, so amazing. The largest looks like a rainbow to me." Or the Ark, if #Inspiration4. Can't wait to see them making themselves at home in space. Another astronaut, Mark T. Vandehey, tweeted, "All the best to the crew of Inspiration4. Private astronaut missions are part of the plan to help NASA meet its future needs. Those missions enable a strong market in low Earth orbit, a market in which NASA will be one of many customers. Go Inspiration, go." It's safe to say that everyone was quite psyched to see commercial companies taking on space flights and the emergence of space tourism. Space tourism is human space travel meant for recreational purposes. Different types of space tourism are available, including lunar space tourism, orbital, and suborbital. Various companies such as Virgin Galactic, SpaceX, and Blue Origin are developing tourism vehicles for such a purpose. Space tourism may only be for the ultra-rich as of now, but it may become accessible to most people in the next few years. Not too long ago, space tourism was only a science fiction, but it's fast becoming a reality now. A handful of companies are neck and neck to be leaders in the emerging market. However, what space tourism entails and its price varied greatly. Depending on the company's capabilities, the major difference in the destination is whether passengers will reach suborbital or orbital space. Because of such a difference, there is a notable difference when it comes to cost, experience, as well as risk to space tourists. UBS has estimated that both space tourism has a potential market value that could reach $3 billion by 2030. Northern Sky Research, a space industry consultancy company, said it expects suborbital space tourism to have a value of $2.8 billion by 2028. In the area of suborbital tourism, there are 2 companies that are actively competing: Virgin Atlantic, which trades under SPCE, and Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' company. Both companies have rocket-powered systems and are capable of carrying 6 passengers, but that is where the similarities end. Let's discuss Virgin Galactic first. Their spacecraft is called Spaceship Two, docked underneath a jet-powered carrier aircraft known as White Knight 2. It has 2 pilots aside from the passengers. The carrier aircraft takes off from the runway and reaches an altitude of more than 40,000 feet. The spacecraft is then dropped and it free falls for a short time before it fires its rocket motor, which helps it ascend to an altitude of 295,000 feet. When it reaches the edge of space, passengers spend a few minutes floating in microgravity before it re-enters and lands on its runway in New Mexico. The spacecraft can be used again by replacing the hybrid rocket engine and connecting it again to the carrier aircraft. On the other hand, Blue Origin has a more traditional rocket called New Shepard. It launches with a domed capsule on top of a booster. It ascends up and the capsule separates near the top of the flight and reaches an altitude of more than 330,000 feet. The capsule floats there in microgravity for a few minutes before it returns to Earth. It uses a system of parachutes to land on the floor of the West Texas desert. However, unlike conventional rockets, the booster of New Shepard also comes back to land separately. The boosters are reused for future launches. As of now, Virgin Galactic has sold tickets to more than 500 passengers that are priced between $200,000 and $250,000 per ticket. The company has expectations to raise ticket prices significantly for its first commercial flights. Blue Origin is yet to determine its prices, but Bezos expects the price to be comparable to that of its competitors. As of today, Virgin Galactic has flown 5 people to space on 2 test flights. All passengers were company employees. 4 pilots control the spacecraft, and the chief astronaut trainer rode along as a test passenger on the second flight. It has also successfully sent billionaire Richard Branson onto space. Blue Origin has sent its first crewed mission into space via the New Shepard rocket. The flight took approximately 10 minutes and crossed the Kármán line. It was a huge milestone for the company because it's been more than 2 decades in the making. Among their passengers was an 18-year-old Dutchman named Oliver Diamond. So, which billionaire is winning the space race? Some of the richest men in the world, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, and Elon Musk, are in competition with each other over who is going to reign supreme in the commercial space race. They have a combined net worth of at least $400 billion, most of which went into the funding of the realization of their space dreams. They have slightly different goals from one another and varying versions of how they're going to achieve those goals. Branson's flight took off without a hitch, and Jeff Bezos's followed in July of this year. The only remaining billionaire who hasn't made it into space yet is Elon Musk, but he's considered by many to be the front runner. His company, after all, has won massive US military and NASA contracts. Aside from developing a spacecraft that successfully carried astronauts to the International Space Station, SpaceX is currently creating a spaceship that will take humans to Mars and the Moon. Neither Bezos nor Branson have taken astronauts to orbit. They have just scratched the edge of space, so to speak. SpaceX also has a base of supporters that are ready to defend its every move, but it can't be denied that SpaceX has been the pioneer by constantly making history, breaking records, and accomplishing things once deemed impossible. With launches left and right, is there any impact on the atmosphere? There have been increased efforts from Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, and SpaceX when it comes to the space race. Rockets emit substances that could be hazardous to the environment with each launch. Research programs are being conducted to understand how rocket exhaust interacts with the atmosphere and impacts it might have on the environment. After decades of stagnation, there is so much excitement in the space industry. In 2018 alone, the world saw 114 orbital launches. It was the first time that launches reached triple digits since 1990. This year, orbital launches are expected to exceed 130, and that figure doesn't even include excursions from Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin. Will the new space boom have an effect on the planet? Researchers are trying to figure out how the Earth might react to billowing plumes of exhaust by examining the blend of soot, carbon dioxide, alumina, and other substances collected from a variety of rockets. So far, there is no serious threat from the space industry to the environment. Whether that accelerates with the space race, people can only guess for now. At this point, we scientists don't know enough yet to have an idea of what the future might look like. More information is needed, according to Martin Ross, the aerospace core atmospheric scientist. What do you think is in store for the space race among private companies? That's all we have for you, folks. Stay tuned for more exciting videos. We'll see you again soon.